Woo! What's going on, guys? Roger, QVO Tactical here out on the range with the B&T BWC9. We have a really fun video planned for you guys. Let's just jump into it. Man, I will never get tired of doing that. As always, guys, I'd like to give you full transparency on how we go about getting these products in for review. We did purchase this unit from our friends over at Rainier Arms. They did let us pick it up at an industry discount, so please keep that in mind as you watch the video. Big shout out to the team over at Rainier Arms for supporting the channel. If you guys aren't familiar with Rainier Arms, definitely check them out online. They have a really big online presence for guns, ammo, gear, stuff like this if you need to pick one up. They also have physical locations, Washington, Kansas, and their new facility out in Oklahoma. So if you guys aren't familiar, definitely check them out, show them some support. We appreciate them supporting us here on the channel. Now let's get into the first rounds with the BWC9 from B&T. All right, guys, very excited. We've only been able to just dry fire play with this in the house, but now we're out on the range. The B&T BWC9. Come here, tap this in, come up to shoulder, charge it up. Let's see how it does. Here we go. I knew it. I knew it was going to jam the first one. So we were noticing that the spring feels super tight. Yeah, man. That one actually cycled. You know what? I bet we probably have to put in like a DPM Systems lighter spring. Right now it's a single shot, locks back. We were having issues too when loading just dry fire stuff, loading a mag, then charging it and getting it to drop. See, like there? Won't drop. Nah, there we go. We're hoping it just needs to be broken in, but as right now, it doesn't cycle enough. Oh, did we get one? There we go. So I think I actually have, there we go. I did bring another gun that's got a DPM system spring in it, so we might be able to use that if we need be. Yeah, there we go. Come on, that was 3. Now it's stuck. It's stuck. All right, well, first rounds are first rounds, guys. I was hoping at the house, noticing some things that maybe it was just gonna need some break-in period. So I'll break this down. Not gonna do it on camera because YouTube doesn't like when we take things apart. But I will try some DPM system springs in it real quick and see if that fixes the problem. All right, guys, so I just ran about 50 rounds through it. It was sluggish, it's getting there, and now it's got a full mag through it, no issues. So I was kind of wondering at home if it just needed a break-in period. So 50 rounds through it now, let's try it again. And see there, it's still getting hung up on something when I try to, there we go. Boom. So went through 10 to 15 there, lock back, everything's good. But yeah, still it's just not letting loose if I come all the way back. You kind of like have to pull it back and like violently let it go so it slams forward, but hopefully that breaks in as well. But other than that, I mean, it shoots, it's going where I want, like recoil's minimal. I definitely like the positioning of it. I will say this for you guys with mustaches and beards, the little folding piece right here, every time it's grabbing a piece of hair and ripping it out. So, but all my stocks do that as well. I am running the Tyrant CNC trigger in here, which it's super flat face and a little wider. That feels really good. But yeah, I mean, as long as that was just break-in period stuff, I'm pretty stoked on it. I mean, just the fact that it folds and does that crazy stuff, you know, this just, we're all, you know, kids at heart. And that to me is just awesome. So it's something that we've been wanting. I've heard all the RoboCop references to, you know, obviously another folding gun that we saw decades ago that's still not here. But yeah, I do have a special guest that you know, he shoots a lot of PCC, which technically this is pistol caliber carbine.
Yeah, counts.
So he's gonna hop on camera now and give you his first thoughts, and yeah, this will be a treat for you guys. And here we are with our special guest. What's up, Marco?
What's up, guys? Marco Cavahug, Terran Technical Pro Team, Super Rail shooter as well for the ammo. But we got the little Foldy Boi here. It's kind of cute. Transformer. Click that button out, mag in, shoulder it, rack on the left side. Let's see how it shoots. It's pretty smooth, actually. Did need a little break-in the beginning there, a little tight in the area, but shoots pretty good for what it is. It's not like a competition PCC at all, but I mean it is a foldable PDW essentially. It's pretty handy. With a little red dot mix, kind of handy. Red dot shoots like a handgun, comes far right, comes back down to center, so you just got a buttstock on this one. Pretty predictable though, so pretty ease of use for this thing. It is a little bit tight when you have it empty there, as you can see, so that's a little thing you gotta check for when it's slide lock. But other than that, it's pretty sweet.
Cool. We're gonna get you burning this thing down.
Yeah.
Another perk to having a pro shooter out with you on the range, he gets to help you zero.
Yeah. So we usually like to take any human error out, so I would recommend using a sandbag, a brace of some sort, a bipod, whatever you guys got. This you can't really put a magnifier on, which is kind of nice, but we got a red dot. We'll usually zero these type of guns at 25 yards, and then check at 75 and 100 after, just to double check.
So thank you for confirming that.
Take any human error out.
Thank you.
It's like, this is a machine. The machine's going to be a machine. The human's causing the gun to be inaccurate.
So I will get people in my comments that are like, hey, you should like zero, you know, standing or how you naturally hold the gun, whereas I'm exactly what you said. I like to take all the human error out.
Yeah, take as much out as you can. Let's load this bad boy up. And I usually recommend get the brightness as dim as you can, just enough to see it. And I'll usually take a shot to the, if you have a back berm, it's nice, like especially if it's dirt, because you can see I'll get a generalized hit on like maybe aim at a rock or a clay target, because you just want to get it close first, then get on paper after is what I recommend.
Gotcha.
Because you don't want to be chasing on paper and mess up your paper targets. So let's see what this looks like. Point acro, left one. So I aim for a rock right now and see what happens. Low right.
So for the people watching, you first shot at something on your berm.
A rock on the side, just the back berm, just see, get a generalized area to hit at that area. And I usually like to make bigger adjustments personally, just to see. I usually don't like, some guys can do 2 clicks. I usually go double, triple, just to double check. I'll try to get left to right first, and then I'll get vertical after.
Gotcha.
That did anything to it. So that was pretty close. So let's get. And then when you're doing this, I recommend getting a solid, nice, clean trigger press, so there's really no rush. I'm kind of shooting kind of fast because I've done this for a lot of years, but for you guys, just really take a breath if you need to. Usually go 3 to 5 rounds, and we'll go check it, and then we'll make adjustments from there.
All right, down here at the target, what we got, Marco?
So these were from earlier. We're just shooting the random paper, just magged up to the desert. But this is the actual aiming point. As you can see, hitting low right still. So we're gonna move that up and to the left, and we're gonna preferably dial it in one square. So let's go do that now. Final group in the center. We'll see how it goes. I will say the cheek is kind of weird to get a face on a little bit, but Jake's getting used to.
All right, guys, so for the final group, there we go. Got 2 touching. They're all within, almost all within that second layer of a diamond.
Pretty much gonna call that good. So we'll leave that as is with a standard barrel like this. It's also ammo dependent too, so all bullets are not made equal, just a heads up. So you should, different grains do different things. The 147 is usually the most quietest, especially for express guns. Usually the long range will be the most inaccurate. So that's just a heads up with that. So definitely do your research on data on the ammo you're using. That's a whole other story.
All right, guys, so I just shot a quick 5-round group in this head box, and super slow paced, very slow cadence. This is the grouping I was able to get. We're talking, that's probably like 4 inches, 3-4 inches, probably 3. But super glad that Marco came out and kind of explained that with, hey, like production gun barrels, you know, they're not hand fit barrels, so like the accuracy is going to vary, because otherwise I would have spent all day chasing this to try to get, you know, a grouping where they're all, you know, the size of a dime, when what I'm learning now, that's just not realistic, you know, until you get into like custom hand fit stuff.
Pretty much, yeah.
Gotcha.
Better than some.
So, but for defensive purposes, I will take this all day long. The fact that 25 yards out, if I had to take a headshot, these were the 5 rounds we'd be going, I am good with that. All right, guys, so with the BWC9 having 3 points of contact, obviously it's going to aid us with distance shooting. So we're back here at
75 yards.
All right, so ranged out to 75. Let's see how this, what is the full size Sig? 4.6?
It's like a 4.6. We can just say 5 pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah.
So C-zone steel, so human size target. Here we go, 75 yards. Hey-oh. Let Marco get a shot on there. Hitting the, which shoulder?
Left shoulder, that one.
Okay, so I was aiming his left or our left?
This left.
Our left.
Our left, yeah.
Okay, so it's still kind of left. All right, there we go. So,
yeah, the whole to right slightly.
so let's adjust again. So we'll make some adjustments and take it back to like 100, 125. Yeah. We'll see how far back we can get.
Yep.
All right, we're back now at 140 yards. Gil, can you pan out down there, try to see what you can, that little C-zone now. It's funny how C-zone looks so tiny now.
Yep.
Got there.
Good?
Yep.
All right, let's see if we can hit it from 140 yards. Hey! All right, first shot. All right, Marco. No pressure.
Oh, man. Doesn't help that I'm blind as a bat.
Let me see if I can get it. Maybe mine might have been lucky.
I'm holding dead on, so. Damn! Killing it with a PDW.
Hey-oh.
I gotta hold like groin-ish.
It was groinish?
Kinda.
I'm probably, honestly,
yeah.
I think what I'm doing is I'm dipping so far left that I'm dipping into where the shot needs to break.
This gun's too slow left, I swear to God. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, so here's a good chance for a reload. So, button full, as long as you squeeze the full grip, and we'll go over it closer, it'll go like there. But see, all right, so we are still having issues with, like you have to really come back and let it go. Like it needs a little bit more clearance to come back and get rid of that, to clear the slide lock.
Can't tell. This is to the left, I think. Back bird's kind of off of it, so. There you go.
Yeah, definitely, I'm aiming so low right on him, which would be low left on, his low left, our low right is where I'm aiming to hit. Yep, I'm literally aiming at the bottom right of the target.
Figured.
There you go.
Yeah, that's the low right. Like I hold like way off, maybe half a target off them on these groin area, but it's pretty there.
So
makes a lot easier than a handgun still.
Right? And I know you guys are already, oh, what's the practicality of this thing? Don't worry, we're gonna get into that, and or you know, my opinions on it. Mind you guys, I would never recommend taking this over like your carry gun. I still believe 100% always on body carry. That's what works best for me. But where could I see this being useful? You know, executive protection stuff. This disguised in your vehicle looks like a roadside hazard like kit, where you would take out like little like beacons and light up stuff and flares. That's what it looks like inside a car. So
inside a door panel maybe.
You know,
looks pretty good on there.
It's very, because I said it was discreet and people are like, it's not discreet. Like I don't mean discreet as in small. I mean discreet as in it looks like you could hide this in plain sight. So, but let's go down closer to the targets and try some some reload stuff with it and some deployment stuff with it. All right, so before we get into reloads and all that stuff, I want to go over how this thing functions and how you kind of get it from B&T. So when you purchase these, they go for about $2,400. They are not a firearm. It is literally just this entire metal aluminum chassis that you put in a Sig FCU. So you do have to purchase your own Sig fire control unit for, I think, like $350 to $400. I think that's how much they're going for right now. And then you have to do an e-file or a form, what is it, Form 1? Form 1 or 4, I can't remember off the top of my head, but you're gonna have to manufacture it into an SBR, which we've already done. I did that prior to even ordering this thing because it took a while for me to get. So, you'll SBR, that's another $200. So now you're $600 in, plus this thing being $2,400, ends up being about $3,000. One cool thing though, B&T definitely, like, when you get stuff from them, in my opinion, they're known for quality. You're getting an Acro P2 that comes with it. So this was already mounted on and it comes equipped. In addition to that, I'll bring in some B-roll here in a second, but you do get a sling bag that this fits into. I brought one of my Vertex bags as well. I want to play with some deployment stuff with that. But how it functions. So up here on the left side is a charging handle, and on the right side is a little tab. Literally, you just push the tab. You can give it a little flick, but honestly, gravity kind of does it all. So if you give it a flick though, it definitely deploys a lot faster. So from here, I smack the magazine so it's all the way inserted, because this thing is not chambered at all, and the magazine can't be inserted all the way or it won't fold. From here, I'll grab onto the handguard area. It does have a hand stop, so you can't get your hand in front of that muzzle. And then I'll come here, I'll charge the gun up, and then I can go into my firing position. When you're done shooting, you're going to hit the mag release. That will free the magazine. It has a secondary magazine retention, which is like a back strap, almost kind of like a beaver tail safety on a 1911, which will stop the magazine from coming out all the way. On the back side, there is a locking tab that you will then press to close up the grip, to fold it up. And then where you where you get a cheek weld on the stock portion of the chassis, you pull that lever and then it closes up and locks in place. And then you have your nice little compact and discreet. And guys, when I say that, yes, compared to other PDWs, compared to like an MP5, this is compact. Compared to like an MP7, this is compact. Now, when I talk about discreet, yes, this I can hide in plain sight. That does not look like a gun. To a regular person who doesn't know about this platform, this doesn't look like a gun whatsoever. Then when you go here, all of a sudden we have, you know, RoboCop style vibes. Somebody find that clip and give me a link to that little kid that has, I think in RoboCop 2, something like this. So we're gonna jump into some reloads and see, you know, what kind of speed and like the best efficiency reload we can get. And I'll also talk about the difference with magazines, which mags you can and can't use with this B&T BWC9. All right, guys, trying out some 1R1s. I'm just gonna go through the motions and see like how smooth it feels. Here we go. Here, stripping that mag, new mag in, come up. So again, just having to get past that slide stop. It just needs a little more space there. There we go. I'll set it up again. All right, I'm gonna add a little speed to it. Here we go. Yeah, getting it to like release. Yeah, so issue I'm having is that when I rack this charging handle, it is really hard to get it to clear the slide stop and then drop on the next round. Marco, I'm gonna have you give it a try.
Yep. Yeah, it's hard to overcome that little gap there. You really gotta get into it. Let's try to set that up again. Might be a way to cheat it if you rock it into your shoulder while racking it. I'll try that.
Okay.
Yeah, that helps right there.
Look at one time and you found the fix.
I would recommend doing that. You gotta game it a little bit, so definitely rack it back when you're racking it. It'll give that extra bump. It looks like there's a little spring tension in the back there. That's just a lot tighter. Yep.
Nice.
That's the way.
All right, Marco, let's see how you do with some quick deployment.
Yep, let's find out.
I think we need to break out the timer, sir.
Yeah, we probably should.
Two shots and 397. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not like drawn from a concealment holster, but
it's
if you were able to engage a target that doesn't know you're coming in 4 seconds, it's not bad.
Place, especially if you're shooting extended periods or extended distance.
.396. Some consistency there. 341. All right, so 2 shots, 341 deployment. That's what I got to shoot for. .387.
There you go.
So, all right, your first 2 runs were in the 3.9s. I'm getting there.
Yeah.
I should have told you to burn it on the last one. That felt good. 312. Hey-oh. All right, Marco's really gonna burn it down now.
We'll try. Let's see.
All right, Marco. Let's see you do just 1 shot, sub 3 second.
Yep.
All right, here we go. Stand by. .05.
Almost there. A little sloppy on the pickup, and then missed the charging handle. Really, the only thing holding you back from the speed is the charging handle. You really got to get in that little indent.
Yeah.
So definitely, I'm not really looking at it right now. I'll probably look at it and make it a little bit quicker. I'm just trying to go on muscle memory with limited time on this, but we'll see what happens when I look at it.
.307.
Yeah. Consistent.
.342. Dude, that would have been it if you get that charging handle.
That charging, I keep missing the charging handle, so it is.
.313.
Yeah. It'd be hard to get sub 3 on this.
Let me see.
I'm doing it. You try it.
All right, going for 1 shot, sub 3. Here we go. Stand by.
Should be sub 3, I think.
286.
Yeah. So the right hand's probably the way to go.
But man, it's like a juggling act.
A little bit. That's why I like using the left. Because I just establish control of the fire control right away.
Right.
More, I guess for me it's more repeatable, is what it feels like.
So let's talk about that. Come on in under here. So what Marco's talking about is when he's deploying it left, he can come in here and grab this first. But the problem I'm noticing is when you do that, because the magazine isn't seated, you're grabbing it and it hits the secondary mag release and drops the magazine all the way out.
Yeah,
so
watch out for.
The reason I'm coming here, I'm deploying, plus since I'm right-handed, the lever's on the right-hand side, so I can hit this here, I come up, smack this, and then I scoop into that hand stop so that I can grab the controls, rock it, and then get on gun.
So yeah, probably practice that deployment both ways if you ever get this platform. Just think, keep an eye out for it.
And being honest, how many of you in the comment section, like, here's the thing, guys, like, I'm fortunate enough that I'm in a situation where I can buy this and have fun with it and do all this crazy stuff, you know, and if you want to live vicariously through that, awesome, do that. But like, me and Gil both had the same reaction shooting this thing. When we got it, you're like, this is fucking cool. Yeah. Like, just being able to do, you know, here, take this for me. Yep. We'll clear this thing out real quick. So, and it has gotten much easier to use from when we first started, but just being able to go boom and like, you know, like
hear the transformer noise in my head every time you do it.
Like, yeah, well, like, I mean, we should just bring that in here. Like, like we should paint this thing up like Optimus Prime and, you know, boom, right into it. And then there was a cool one they did. Somebody put on Bluetooth speakers on it and like colored it all up and made it look like a little boom box.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, like, I don't really see a lot of people buying this for practical reasons. I just think it is cool as shit, and the fact that they called it BWC because we can, that kind of, you know, tells you where they're going with it. But, you know, if you guys are really interested and somebody is getting this one, tell me what you guys plan on using it for, you know, or is it just to get it because it's cool? Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I'm definitely not upset with the purchase at all. Yep. You know, this did cost me a couple thousands of dollars.
It's kind of up there, yeah. But,
you know, I do like having the 3 points of contact. As far as being a stable platform, I think it's going to do well.
Yep.
Like the pros for it, 3 points of contact. It is compact. It is discreet in regards to a PDW.
Yep.
Like cons for me, the charging handle, that thing.
It's in there. Like you really gotta, I was trying to do it off memory just without looking because I was target focused, but I'd probably you want to look at it personally. Because
yeah.
It's really, you gotta get in there to get it.
Like,
it's really tiny.
And then it is aggressive, like with how much oomph you have to like charge on it. It does, like, if you're not getting it, it definitely will tear up your hand. The other thing is magazine wise, I'll jump into that here in a second. It doesn't work with all magazines. Like the Legion base plates don't fit. The longer ones will work, but you kind of have to like get them in perfectly. Magpul mags are working. I do like that it comes with an Acro P2. That's pretty solid. You know,
flex. Yeah.
Like if you're gonna make that price point, that it should come. Yeah, it better come with that. And then I think, from talking with Marco, I think I'm gonna invest in like a I guess what kind of like a better barrel. What would it be, like a match grade barrel? And then just, because then I want to get, like, I like having super tight groups, so I definitely think I'll look into getting like a match grade barrel for that and kind of setting it up that way. And I'm gonna play with some R&D stuff. I want to make like a 45-degree offset like scout light or a Picatinny mount. I could probably find one on Amazon, but I want to get some type of weapon light on there, and I think that if it was on the 45, I'd be able to actuate it right here. So that to me would be awesome. But I mean, other than that, guys, having fun with it. I would not replace any of my EDC guns with this. And but you know, if you are out there and you would frickin' be ballsy enough to EDC this, make this your everyday carry, let me know down below. And speaking of that, we're gonna grab some sling bags and see what kind of deployment we can do with this from concealment. All right, guys, so when you purchase a BWC9 from B&T, it does come in this little compact sling bag. It's got like a plastic handle here, padded sling here, and then it's kind of set up like my Vertex bag with this pull tab here. So I can come here, open it up, reach inside to the handle. It is very snug in there, so you see how I'm kind of snagging on here. So you probably want to pull all the way down here and pull out this way and deploy. I'll do a draw with it just to see, kind of like fumble through it and see how it goes. And I'll orientate this the way it needs to be for that. But then I also did bring out, you know, my EDC bag, which is a Vertex Transit, and we'll see if it's any quicker with deployment with this. All right, guys, so this is a lot of moving parts, and I'm hoping we can do like sub 5 seconds, but let's see. First draw out of the bag that comes from B&T. $7.24, so definitely not sub 5, but I think we can make that a little smoother. $6.43, so getting it, cutting another second off there almost. Let's go one more time with the B&T bag. Man, feels like an eternity. $6.94. So it's looking 6.5 to 7 seconds is where I would be. I've only gotten like 5 draws on it, but I'm gonna try for a Vertex bag. I feel like there's a little more room in there to get better access to the carry handle and the charging and the release. All right, guys, now my favorite bag from Vertex, the EDC Transit. Let's try it with this. Here we go. Felt way smoother, and a 5.62. So yeah, almost 2 seconds faster than my first run. Honestly, that felt pretty dang smooth to me. I don't know if we're gonna beat sub 5. Getting sub 6, that was doable. I'll give it one more run and see if I can get closer to 5. Boom, I stand corrected. 4.9.
Got it there.
All right, so again, guys, not advocating carrying this over, you know, your EDC gun, not advocating that off-body carrier is going to be superior to on-body carry, but there's definitely a time and place for this. This as a secondary, this as I'm not using that space in this bag, so why not put something there? You know, is it faster than here? Of course not. But I mean, I'm not using the space, so why not have it in this bag with me or in my car or whatever. So as far as like practicality goes, that's where my mind goes with this. Other than that, guys, the reason for me having it over practicality is that it's freaking cool. Like, that is enough reason for me to get this, being able to do that. So I'll hop on. Actually, let's hop in a studio and give you guys the specs on the BWC9. The all-new B&T BWC9 is a folding personal defense chassis designed to be used in conjunction with the Sig P320 fire control unit. It can be carried by the integrated carry handle, and then from that position, you can engage the release lever / charging handle with a subtle flick of the wrist to unfold and lock the BWC9 into its extended firing position. This product is only an accessory, as there is no actual firearm until you equip it with your Sig P320 FCU, which then makes it an SBR, so you will have to file your paperwork with the ATF and pay the $200 tax stamp. The unit is made from anodized aluminum and will work with the compact and full-size models of the P320. It weighs just about 3 pounds and also comes with an Aimpoint Acro P2. The included sling bag is a really nice touch. However, while using it briefly on the range, we ended up breaking the zippers while using the pull tab during deployment drills. For this reason, I ended up using my favorite bag from Vertix, the Transit Sling. If you're interested in getting this bag or any other bags from Vertix, please use code QVOTactical on their website, as that helps out the channel greatly. Something else to note is that when we finished out on the range, the rear takedown lever came disassembled as one of the roll pins came out of the grip. I was able to contact B&T, and they did send me a replacement right away, which was an easy fix. Unfortunately, they did tell me that they were not able to replace the bag, as they don't have additional supply of those. The last thing I want to touch on is the trigger that I installed in this unit. It is the P320 trigger from Tyrant CNC, which has a very wide flat face, which is something I really dig on this PDW setup. In addition to that, it is going to give you about 10% less travel for engagement over the OEM SIG trigger. I had to do it for you guys one more time. All right, before we hop off the range, Marco and I, a couple minutes just on our final thoughts. Marco, I will let you go first, bud.
Deployment is super consistent when it's folded, which is nice. I had never had any issues with that. Thing is, we got to watch for that little release here that holds the mag in play when it's locked in, because that will actually release it if you hold it while trying to deploy it. So it's the thing to watch out for. Charging handle is kind of tiny, just kind of really take note of that. Red dots on there, it's good. Shootability is really good. Other than that, it's a nice little handy package. I probably wouldn't use one personally because of the cost and the deployment time. So that's just on me though. But what about you? Yeah,
I mean, definitely, like you said, like, would I take this over a carry gun? No. But you know, if you're in a situation where you can buy one because you think it's freaking cool,
it's pretty cool,
right? So like, they made it because we can. I bought it because I can. Exactly. But yeah, everything he hit on is there for me. Like, having 3 points of contact is always gonna be better, guys. I definitely want to get back out here with a match grade barrel and just to see accuracy way more improve. It would be cool to see, you know, I think it's slide specific though. I don't think you can go any larger than the full size slide.
Like that's a max out limit.
But yeah, I'll look at match grade barrels. I'll hop online and buy one when we get home. I did put in the Tyrant CNC trigger. We'll bring in some close-up of that, but I liked it. It's wider than your standard trigger. I think it fits perfectly on a PDW style like this. Didn't have any issues with it. It cycled, it reset. Everything felt really good. Trigger felt great to me.
Yeah, straight bow is always better than a curve, in my opinion.
Yeah, agreed. But yeah, guys, like, let us know your final thoughts down below. I kind of went over a bunch of stuff, so I'm not gonna, you know, beat a dead horse. But you know, pros for me: 3 points of contact. It looks cool as shit. You know, it is very discreet. You can hide it in plain sight. It is made by B&T. It feels extremely solid.
It's solid as a rock right there. It's not going anywhere.
Cons for me though, yeah, deployment. It is pricey, but that is to be expected when you're talking about B&T.
Yeah. Like, slight break-in as well.
Oh yeah, that too. For you guys that watch the first rounds, we don't hide anything on the channel, so you're gonna have to shoot 50 to 100 rounds if yours is super tight. It's completely good to go now, minus like, I need to do a couple more reloads to get it. It's dropping now, especially with like the shoulder bump.
You gotta bump it a little bit when it's slide locked in there, which
and it goes.
helps a ton.
Yeah, makes it super easy. Like, I don't even notice it now. So charging handle, it's very tiny to get to, and it is aggressive. You are going to notice it, so maybe you run a glove if you're going to do a whole day of training with it. But yeah, that's our take on the BWC9. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. When I saw this, I've always wanted a folding gun. We all know another company that is still trying to make one, so don't worry guys, when that comes out, I'll buy that one too. But yeah, again, big shout out to Rainier Arms. Thank you for supporting the channel. Let me pick this up from you guys. Appreciate you guys getting them in stock. I'm not sure if they have any more in stock. I know these went pretty quick, but definitely hit them up if you're looking for one. And Marco, dude, I appreciate this dude's got, like, his shooting schedule's busier than like
Yeah, it's not too bad this year, I think. I'll probably be out here more with you guys lately,
Yes.
so we'll see how it goes.
So definitely enjoy the videos where he's out here because he can really burn it down with guns. I'm gonna have him be shooting a bunch of stuff for us while we can have him on the channel. But again, as always, guys, we appreciate you watching. Like, subscribe, do all the stuff down below on that banner. And yeah, we'll see you in the next video.
Dude, all I can say is, being a shooter, you need to get one of these. This thing was awesome. It's so fun to shoot. Oh my god, man, that's all I can say. This thing's so cool.